to another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's get into it, okay? So it is Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of May, okay? So 1 in 4 people suffer from a mental illness, all right? And just a few facts about mental health. You can have depression and still smile and make jokes. You can be suicidal and turn up to work appearing fine. You can sound confident and have anxiety. You can text "I'm busy" while relieving trauma. Okay. You can be popular and have many friends, but still feel lonely and unlovable. You can have the perfect body and still feel insecure and self-conscious about your appearance. Mental health is invisible. So check in on your loved ones, even if they appear to have it all together. Okay. Hold on. It just trying to adjust it. Okay. Yeah. So those are just some things about mental health. 5 things that you should not do when you're in a mental health episode. Okay. You feel bad about feeling bad. Um, an example: I can't enjoy life like other people, or I've got a good life. I'm so ashamed I can't snap out of it. A helpful tip for that: accept that it is depression that is making everything feel bad. Give yourself compassion when it has set in. Okay. Judging yourself by the same standards you have when you're not in a depressive episode. For example, struggling to do the simple things when you're drained of energy and have intrusive thoughts. A helpful tip for that: don't expect the same of yourself and recognize the symptoms that are making things more challenging than they ordinarily would be. Trying to solve the big things. For example, focusing long into the future and making conclusions about it based on your present struggles. Now, this is something that I struggle with. Okay. Whenever depression sets in, um, whenever my high depression sets in, it sort of goes. I start looking at big picture things. Then I start worrying about the future. Okay. When um when I am when I am in the present. Okay, when I'm currently in the present, but that's what depression does to you. Um, that's what depression does to you. It kind of makes you trying to solve the big things, focusing long into the future and making conclusions about it based on your present struggles. Okay, and that's how you can end up even making it even worse, making your depression even worse. Because you want to fix everything so badly. You want to fix everything at that present moment. And so everything can be okay in the long term. But it doesn't work out that way. a helpful tip for that. As far as trying to solve big things. In a depressive episode, focus on this moment and the things you can do to better your current situation. Okay. I think that's a pretty good tip right there. In a depressive episode, focus on this moment and the things you can do to better your current situation. Isolating, going quiet for long periods of time. Not replying to messages, answering phone calls for weeks on end, only to increase overwhelm and fear of confrontation. Okay. I should hear this before. I have my friend and her husband. They check on me regularly. They live in Nashville, but I might go a couple of weeks, as much as 2 weeks without texting them back, and and I've shared that. Um, I've shared that, and I have. I'm making an effort to get better at responding in a very timely manner. Okay, because I know that if I don't respond in a timely manner, um, they're already worried about me. Okay, they're already worried about me. But if I don't answer in a timely manner, then the worry is probably going to go into overdrive. Okay. The tip for that: prepare a text template when things are okay that you can send to others, explaining your need for time and space to recharge. Comparing to others. Ooh, how many times have we all been there? Comparing our situation to others' situations when it looks like other people have it pretty good, okay? Comparing to others. Scrolling through social media and seeing the best moments others have posted, feeling negative thoughts about your life. Okay. So, I would say I asked this question a long time ago. Can social media trigger suicidal ideation? Okay. And the answer to that is yes, it can. It can trigger suicidal ideation, suicidal thoughts, because um, I've talked to people before um, who browse through social media and um, feel like that um, the stuff that they see on social media, that they should be doing that same stuff. Okay. And I've talked to people who browse through social media and feel suicidal because they think that they should be um, achieving that same level of success, happiness that they see on social media. Then have to remind them that people usually only post their best moments on social media, not their um, low moments. Um, and so, yeah, comparing yourself to others. Um, Here's a tip. Here's a helpful tip for that. Put boundaries on your social media usage, and remember, life is complex, and there's a lot more to it than what you see online. Okay, put boundaries on your social media complex. Social media complex. Um, Put boundaries on your social media usage. And remember, life is complex and there's a lot more to it than what you see online. Okay. Yeah. So, um, I also want to talk about something else. Uh, not that. There we go. Um, okay. And also, suicidal people just don't think about suicide because they want to die. It could also be because they are sick of being stuck in survival mode and not being able to envision a life where they can feel happy or fulfilled. They are constantly being taken for granted or taken advantage of by the people around them. They are extremely lonely and do not feel like no one will even notice if they are gone. Their pain feels too overwhelming and that there is no escape and will last and will last forever. They genuinely feel that the people around them would be better off if they were to disappear, since they feel so much like a burden. They want to have some sense of control and agency, which they have lacked their whole lives. They are unable to find a reason to live for themselves, even after delving through psychology, literature, intellectualization. They feel like they have tried everything and life will not get better, no matter what. Okay. And so, let me just say, hey this, okay. I put out, um, well, I say this all the time to all the people who are suicidal or depressed, anxiety. Let me just say this: you are loved, you matter, and you are more than enough. Okay, you matter, you are loved, and you are more than enough. And don't let anybody else ever tell you differently. Okay, and it can be very, very difficult for people to um to feel like that, to feel like they're loved, though they're loved, they matter, and especially when they don't have the people, the support system around them to let them know that hey, um, you are loved, you are matter, you you do you matter, okay, and being a cry and being a ISIS counselor, it's hard work. It's hard work trying to um, let people know that they are all these positive things, that um, they are loved, that they matter, and that they are more than enough. Okay. Um, but you are. You do matter. You are more than enough, and you are loved by, and you are loved by a lot more people than you realize. Okay. And I just try to spread that message of positivity to all people who are dealing with depression, suicide, anxiety. Um, you are not a burden. Okay, don't let it don't don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay, don't let anybody tell you any differently. Okay. Um, if nobody else tells you these things, okay. If nobody else tells you these things, hey, you're hearing it from me first. Okay. You matter. You are more than enough. You are loved, and you are not a burden. Okay. All right. All right. That's it. And that's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. Peace out. May God bless.